Welcome back to Adventures in Freeze Drying. Today we are going to make a mock risotto that's going to use some rice, some pearled barley, some chopped up mushrooms, cream cheese, asparagus, onions, garlic, and some chicken broth. So let's go ahead and get cooking. The first thing we're going to do is bring a large amount of water, way more than you would need to just cook a half cup of barley and a half cup of jasmine rice. And we're going to add the half cup of pearled barley to the boiling water and a half cup of my jasmine rice to the boiling water. And then we're going to cook this for 15 minutes until it's al dente. I'm down to just a little over 6 minutes that the rice and barley need to cook. I'm going to add a couple tablespoons of broth to the bottom of a different pan. I'm going to start to get it warmed up. And then we're going to get those onions and garlic browned up and sauteed. In this other pan, I'm using some salt and pepper to taste. My rice and barley are ready to be strained, so I'm going to turn off the burner. My onions and garlic are still browning up, and that was a small onion chopped and a couple cloves of garlic that were minced or smashed, and we're going to let those get brown. Now I am using chicken broth instead of oil because oils are going to shorten any kind of shelf life you have on your freeze-dried foods. I'm going to use the chicken broth here when I put more in to kind of deglaze the pan before I add in my rice and stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and grab the 2 cups of chicken broth and use that to help deglaze this pan before I add in my rice. So the next step would be to go ahead and add your rice to this. We're going to let this cook like another 6 to 8 minutes covered. This has been cooking for about 6 minutes. It has not soaked up all of the moisture yet, which is just fine, because we're now going to add our 2 cups of chunked up mushrooms. It calls for cremini. I only have baby Bella right now. If it was the right season, I would probably just use my golden oysters. So this, I think you can choose whatever type of mushroom you really want to add. And then it also calls for thin asparagus, and I think some of my asparagus cut to 1 inch are too thick. There were a couple of them in here that were thinner, more like that. So the thinner, probably the better. But we're going to go ahead and let all of this cook now until the vegetables are nice and tender. Okay, my veggies are cooked and tender, and we're going to go ahead and make this creamier than it is right now. I pulled it off because it is actually, some of the rice and stuff is getting a little mushy even. So it soaked up the full 2 cups really of moisture that was in the pan. We're going to add another half cup of broth. Now I'm using chicken broth. If you wanted to keep this more vegetarian, you could use veggie broth. So I'm going to add that. I'm going to add 2 ounces of 1/3 less fat cream cheese. And then it wants a tablespoon of freshly grated Parmesan. And we're going to go ahead and stir this and keep stirring until it's all nice and creamy. This smells amazing. I added a little bit of lemon zest on there and some more Parmesan. Let's go ahead and see how it tastes because I want to know so I can compare it to being freeze-dried. It's really good. I don't know if I want to freeze-dry it. I think I want to eat it all. But we're going to let this cool a little bit more before I put it on the trays. I've spread the majority of this out on a tray. So this is going to make about 8 cups of food. I'm going to keep some of this for supper tonight. And I've just put about 6 cups here on my medium tray. And I'm going to go ahead and in the 10 portion here, push those down into my mock risotto. It's not actual risotto, it is mock. They do have a knife edge, so if you happen to end up on one of those mushrooms, if you push hard, it'll cut right through those mushrooms. Kind of push them in there. I did use parchment paper to help make sure that I get everything up off the tray. Don't want to leave any of that yumminess behind. And then the nice thing about the dividers is they are made to work with the lids from freeze drying supplies. So I'm going to put a lid on this and it's going off to my freezer until I'm ready to freeze dry it. My freeze dryer is showing 24 hours of extra dry time, but what this doesn't tell you is I had an issue with my pump. So 3 hours into drying time on this load, I stopped the load, restarted everything. So I would add 3 hours onto this and really be at 27 hours of drying time. This mock risotto looks absolutely perfect. It's pulled away from the dividers and it feels like styrofoam. I'm seeing if I could pull one of those up. It's going to hold its shape. It's nice and light. So I believe the mock risotto is done here at 27 hours. So let's open up the mock risotto and I'll show you here what that is looking like. Well, it's in a tear-off bag. I still like to use the scissors on these. I just don't feel like they tear super great to start. So the mock risotto really held its shape. It's very styrofoamy. This is going to rehydrate super well. That block fell apart just a touch, but overall it's holding its shape. It'd be pretty easy to know exactly what your serving size is here. And based on your own rehydration, know exactly how much you're going to need per square. You know how thick it is, how many trays you put on. There's a lot of variances here, but we'll go ahead and see how mine rehydrates in just a moment. So I have 1 cup of hot water here, and I am pretty certain that this is going to rehydrate fairly quickly initially, and then the barley might take a little longer than the rest of it. So let's see what happens here. I'm going to start with just about 2/3 of a cup. I'm not going to add the whole cup right away. You can always add more. It's hard to take water back out. So that's even just about 1/2 a cup, and I'm going to stop. And you just saw that basically kind of melt. That was awesome. The styrofoam feel is definitely gone. So again, there is some rice in here as well as the barley. This was the pearled barley, so that should actually rehydrate a little easier than a whole barley, I would think. Gosh, that might be almost instant. Simply because there's still a touch of standing water here. I'm going to let this sit for just a couple minutes and then we will check on it. I'm going to cover it as I let it sit. So we'll be back in like 2 minutes just to see what that's like. It has been over 2 minutes. The food has soaked up all of the water. With the spoon, it feels like it's fully rehydrated. So let's do a taste test and see. Now let's see what it's going to be. How's this going to go? Not everything I freeze dry is spot on. This is spot on. You would not know that this had been freeze dried. That is excellent rehydrated. 10 out of 10. Would definitely do this one again. Thank you for joining me on Adventures in Freeze Drying. You will find this recipe and all my other recipes at thefreezedryingcookbook.com. And all of my supplies come from Freeze Drying Supplies.